Hi, I'm Justin Jensen, and welcome to my channel. It's not the critic who counts, not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust, sweat, and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and may fall again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. Teddy Roosevelt. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is October 9th, 2022. I am keeping my camera off on this live because I am absolutely busted right now. I thank you guys for being very patient with this live. I have rescheduled it about 722 times in the last 24 hours. I do apologize. However, I've been working on merch and that kind of thing. So, yes, we have also been doing a lot of research on this new case that we are doing with little 20-month-old Quinton. Beautiful little boy out of Savannah, Georgia. Let me just put up his picture real quick. And guys, while we were doing that research earlier today, we found, hold on, make sure that's right. Okay. Excuse me. While we found that research, while we were searching for that research today, doing research, God, Justin, get it together. We came across something, and we immediately called the authorities, and we had to show them how we came up with this, how we came up with this concern, and they followed with us online how things connected, and they immediately went, or they have immediately went in to check it out. As of now, I cannot say what that is, or if it will find Quinton. But what I can say is just what I've told you so far. Let's hope Quinton is found very soon. And I hate to not be able to tell you, but the authorities have just asked us not to say anything at this moment, because they're doing their due diligence on trying to see if this connects anything. So let's just pray, hopefully he's found safe. But as the real world happens, it's not as likely the longer time goes by, unfortunately. Look at this precious little boy. And it's extraordinarily, extraordinarily sad. So, guys, sit back and just chill out, and let's get this ball rolling. So, let me just do a little overview on Quinton. He is missing from Buckhalter Road in Savannah, Georgia, and he's been missing since October 5th, 2022. So he's been missing 4 days. Little boy, 20 months old. He was last seen in a light blue Sesame Street shirt and black pants. Quinton was last seen in the area of his home on Buckhalter Road in Savannah, Georgia. Authorities are requesting the public assistance with any information related to his whereabouts. Anyone with any information regarding this individual is asked to contact Chatham County Police Department, area code 912-667-3134, or call 911. Tips can remain absolutely anonymous. Okay. So that is... Sorry, I just have to check this, guys, because I don't want to get... I'm just waiting for information. Okay. So that is Quinton, and just a little bit of go. I'm going to show you guys quite a bit of things today, probably. So the Sun just dropped a article just a few minutes ago, I believe. Let me make sure. All right, and it's 10:29 Eastern time, so a few hours ago, several hours ago. And it says the title is "Where is he? Major update in search for missing Quinton Simon as family friction related and cops say abduction cannot be ruled out." Police have shared a major update in the search for the missing Quinton Simon as the family's internal friction is revealed. As you guys know, a few days ago, the family members, you could hear them from inside their yard, in their area. They were yelling, screaming at one another. And let's just face it, it's not, the parents aren't the best people. What I would say, there's a lot of people in the family that seem to have, a little bit of a rap street. Georgia police said they can't rule out that Quinton was abducted, and have been called into the FBI to help. So they have been searching on horseback, cars, ground searches, you name it, it's been happening. Helicopter, I mean, really, they're giving. And I also want to say that that the police that we talked to earlier, if they see this, I would like to thank them. They were so gracious, so professional, and willing to hear us out. And after they heard us out and we showed them what we showed them, they immediately checked it out. It's actually probably being checked out right now or just a little bit earlier. We're waiting for a call back just in case. Hold on. Okay. I just got something major in. Let me make sure this is. I want to make sure this is right. I don't want to. ICU is that? Hold on. I'm gonna text you. Oh my god. So ICU. Please answer quickly. Please, please, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm about to jump out of my chair. All right, the toddler has been missing since October 5th. And court documents show WJCL shows the family were at loggerheads before Quinton's disappearance. Okay, I see you. Please continue to check that out and let me know. Like, I don't want to say nothing until I absolutely know. Court documents. Okay, so they show Billy Joe Howe, Quinton's grandmother. By the way, guys, she did a live yesterday. We are going to play that. I'm not sure. Okay. Wanted to remove Quinton's grandmother, Billy Joe Howe. Quinton's grandmother wanted to remove the children's mom and can't confirm new address. Okay. Leanne and her boyfriend Daniel from the home. They have damaged my property, and at this point, no one is living in peace, the documents read. You know, to me, it sounds like it's nothing but a bunch of chaos at this place. And it really boils down to, you know, the parents, Leanne and what's his name? Daniel. So she wanted the couple out as soon as possible, and they requested custody over 20-month-old Quinton and his 3-year-old brother. Quote, she hasn't always done the right thing, Billy Joe said for her daughter this week. Sometimes she does really great. Sometimes she doesn't. I don't know what to think right now. I don't know what to believe because I don't think anybody ever believes this is going to happen to them. I don't know if I can trust her or I don't. I don't know. I'm hurting and I want this baby home. He's my baby. Now, Chief Hadley, he said that he didn't believe any foul play was involved in Quinton's disappearance. As the search enters its 5th day, the police said it is, quote, recanvassing specifics area in the search. Quote, we are not in need of volunteers. Now, to me, that sounds like Ronnie Lawson all over again. But I get both aspects of what they're trying to say and also needing help sometimes. But want to keep you informed on our efforts to find this little boy, police said. The FBI continues to provide assistance and support as they have since day number 1. Chief Hadley said the force would leave no stone unturned. There are very sequential, I can never say that word, sequential process that takes place here, Hadley said Friday. It may be frustrating to the general public. It may be frustrating to y'all that things aren't developing as quickly as you may like. But we've got to make sure that we are doing this the right thing and that we're being lawful, making sure we dot our I's and cross our T's. Okay, so we added, we're not going to hold out hope that he's still alive. Oh, sorry, we're going to hold out hope that he's still alive and that we can find him and bring him home safe to his parents. The search also involved drones, helicopters, horses, tracking dogs. According to the local police department, they searched his home, a pond, drainage, Pope's dumpsters, and nearby woods. According to the police, Quinton's boyfriend reported seeing him at 6 a.m. on Friday, October 5th. Now we're going to talk about this. 1 second. Can't confirm. Given no address. Okay. So what normally happens is they, right before, just shortly before, they, the babysitter, the current babysitter, that was going to babysit, they had called and said they did not need a babysitter for that day. Yes, guys, if y'all will please hit the thumbs up. It's a great way to just help out the channel, and it gets more people who to know Quinton more. Each one of these cases, it's very important. Brenda, bingo, good question. Why wait 3 hours to report your child? To me, I feel like this in my heart. I feel like this is another Summer Wells kind of case. I hope and pray to God in heaven that we don't have to go on like we have with Summer Wells with this case. I pray that he is found. But similar case, why did Don and Candace wait? Why would any human being wait 3 hours, 3.5 hours to locate their child, to call authorities? After I searched everything for 3 minutes, I would be on my phone still looking and calling the police. So to me, that is red flag number one. Red flag number one. Now it says the boy's biological father was not near him during this time of his disappearance. No suspects or persons of interest have been named, and there is no evidence to suggest the toddler didn't walk off on his own, cops said. I do not believe this 20-month-old boy walked off on his own. Kids take the path of least resistance. They, meaning, if there's a hill, they're not going to climb it. They're going to go the easiest route, as far as if they disappear, especially a 20-month-old. We're not even talking about a 2-year-old here. We're not even talking about a 2-year-old, guys. And they take the path of least resistance, and he would definitely, most likely, be found, in my opinion, by now, based upon the hounds, the dogs tracking his scent, and all of that. He walked off many times from many witnesses. Tell it all. Yeah. As far as he has, kind of walked out, right? But that is so early in the morning. You know what I mean? Maybe he wasn't sleeping. I don't know, but to me, it's just very interesting that you call the babysitter and say, we're not going to need you today. Everything's, what mother gets to sleep till 9 with a 20-month-old? Well, I couldn't tell you there. Maybe one with a nanny. But that's it. That's it. All right. So before we get into the major stuff, we're going to look. It's a oh, I need to go to my email real quick. This is the, well, damn it to Hades. Sorry. Did the grandmother take her stuff off? Did she take her video off? It said the link is broken. How would he get out of the crib? I mean, kids can walk. Some kids can get out of the crib and stuff, but I don't think a 20-month-old is going to get out of his crib, and open the door and then close the door back, right? And then the parents wake up and they say, no babysitter for today. Don't worry about it. The door was left wide open this morning. The kids go, it doesn't make that's not the way the world works. It's just not the way the world works. Bear with me 1 moment as I pull this stuff up. 2 seconds. All right. Now, I have spoken to the previous babysitter. Hold on. Before I do that, I'm going to do this. Here's a text message, or not a text message, a Facebook post. And I don't know why any human being in their right mind would ever put something like this on the internet, guys. Yes, Ruby Blue, you're absolutely right. Huge red flag. She wrote off the sitter, nanny, whatever, way too early in the morning, and it just happens to be the day her kid was missing. All right. Let me see. September 18th, Leanne. Can't even horseplay with my man and kids without someone coming in the room assuming the worst. What does that mean? What does that mean to you? There is only one way that could go, what she is talking about, and I think we all know, and it's exactly what she is implying. Why would a human being put this horse playing with my man and kids without someone coming in the room assuming the worst? Who came in that room and said something is off here? Who was it? Leaning. Someone saw something. That is absolutely right. Devious, I don't have the comments part. I was thinking that, Christine. I really was. I was thinking like maybe it was the grandmother or something. But if grandmother knew all of this stuff, I get it. She is your daughter, but she is an adult and she is not properly taking care of your grandkids. Maybe grandfather Ed, absolutely. There is some sort of bad behavior, that's why. Yes. Now, there have been many people that have said that there's been bruising on these kids. They were filthy all the time. And again, who does it remind you of? Who does this remind you of? It reminds you of the Summer Wells case. Because there's this, Don would say horse playing, wouldn't he? When he was with his kids, or not with his kids, with his sisters when he was younger, horse playing, as in meaning it in a more derogatory way. Horseplay, what consists of laughter? Why would someone come in and concerned about laughter, then question it? Exactly. Nobody goes in a room, and if you are, playing with your kids, wrestling, or just like, whatever, playing tag, whatever, you know, nobody is going to question you unless something outside of uh, culture appropriation, meaning what is generally appropriate in our culture, um, through our families, like something that is not culturally appropriate is, a son going to bed with his mother alone. You know what I mean? Like after a certain age, um, generally. So something has to be there that is making someone question this. And why is she wanting to put this out on Facebook for the world to see? That is my question. Oh, Loria, thank you, my love. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. We worked really hard on this one. Let me make sure I didn't get any more text from anything. Okay. So, that is the question. Did she want to get ahead of it? Ahead of what somebody else was going to say? Was she afraid someone was going, to call authorities on her or whatever, just to get ahead of it, making it sound like, oh, it's not us, it's them, kind of thing? What's up with the grandmother having custody, yet she was away for weeks at a time? Pat Kate, that is a good question. I've wondered that myself. It sounds like she was just, may have had custody, but she still shared, it was just like, oh, I have legal custody, but, is, her bio mom is here in the family, and we're all just kind of take care of Quinton and his sibling. Did something happen, Sadie? So, Let me show you where they live. This is where they live. 535 Buckhalter Road, and that is in Savannah, Georgia. Grandma didn't have custody. She was evicting all of them. It's on the eviction notice. The grandmother didn't want her dirty laundry out to what's really been going on. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really know how to feel about the grandmother, to be quite honest with you guys. Like, a part of me is like, she is the best one out of them all, you know, and you're absolutely right. The home looks very well kept. But also, have you ever seen that show Hoarders, where it's like they'll have like a nice manicured yard, and then you walk in and it's like, eek, 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 eek. Sadie, I'm looking right now, but it's make sure there's nothing. I mean, is the registered babysitter? Do you think she was a mandated reporter? Okay. Let me just look right here. I know what? Okay, sorry. When the mother was seen driving that morning on neighbors' cameras, when she pulled out of the driveway, did she turn left to pull out of the driveway, or did she pull right out of the driveway? Someone please accurately answer this question. Okay. Interesting. No, I'm not seeing any new major updates, I don't think. Now, to be honest with you, I disagree. If this is how the Chatham County is still taking this case, that they are not suspecting foul play, I totally disagree with them, to be honest on that. I mean, they were very professional when we talked to them earlier and all of that, and they went and immediately have been or still are checking what we sent to them. But I mean, how can you not believe that there's no foul play to this? This mom has a baby that looks to be probably 4 months old. How many kids did she actually have? All right, let me get in my drive here. Where's my drive? Okay. Now, Bill. Make sure there's no update. I see you. No updates, I'm assuming, right? Okay. So let's start with Billy Joe the grandmother. Make sure I'm not showing my stuff. Billy Joe the grandmother. We're gonna, look at her. Let's see. I mean, does she have? Okay. Now, it appears she has a felony by third degree, dropped, abandoned. It was closed in January 21st, 2011, grand larceny by unauthorized credit card use. And then felony third-degree grand larceny by unauthorized credit card use. And this is also 2011, 5/2/2011. If this is closed, felony third-degree fraud, illegal use of credit cards to obtain goods, $300 or less. Felony grand theft, again, 5/30/2012. Pled guilty, is closed now. Grand theft, $300 to $5,000. 5:30. Okay, another 5:30. Now she has, what the hell? Billy Joe? Hey, I see you. Is that right? Was Grandma a hooker? Tell me you're lying. I see you. Oh my God. Grandma was a hooker. What? Brown chicken, brown cow, brown chicken, brown cow, brown chicken, brown cow, brown chicken, brown cow. Prostitution first offense. So, and this was in 2007. Guilty bench trial, credit time served. Disposed. Damn, Billy Joe. Billy Joe's not my love. She's just a hoe and a love. Okay. So maybe Billy Joe wasn't that great of an influence after all. Because I didn't know she was a dang brown chicken, brown cow. All right. So that was in 2007. All right. And now she's got 12/17. Oh, okay. 12/17 now, 2007. Guilty bench trial, credit time served, misdemeanor, prostitution first offense. All right. Now we got 10/2/07 again. Felony class F, pled guilty, burglary. And this says after what? Burglary after June 20th, 1985, third degree first offense. Burglary, non-violent after, I don't know why it says after June 20th, 1985 when it happened in allegedly 2007. Pardon me. 7/9/2007. It just wasn't your year, girl. Guilty bench trial only, disposed. Misdemeanor class U. Simple larceny. Billy Joe, my finger's getting tired of scrolling, honey. It's a lot. Guilty bench trial again, 7/9/07. Okay. Now we're back to Florida. Adjudicated guilty, driving while license suspended, first conviction. All right. Florida again, adjudicated felony third-degree possession of cocaine. Granny likes a little snow down in Florida. Granny likes a little snow down in Florida. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. It's very kind of you. So Grandma likes snow in Florida. Now when was that? That was 2003. 7/23, 2003. Okay. Possession of controlled substance paraphernalia. That's the same charge. That's when she went to court. Okay. Now, also in 2003, possession of less than 20 grams of cannabis. Nobody cares about that. Okay. 7/23/03, felony third degree possession of cocaine. I think this is, oh my God, Billy Joe. God, girl, you're wearing me out. Okay, Billy Joe, 96, adjudication withheld, misdemeanor first degree, domestic battery. Come on, Billy Joe. Please, I'm done with you already. 96 again, another battery charge. What the hell was this? 2003, possession of controlled substance other than cocaine, heroin, opium, or marijuanas. So what would that be other than Coca-Cola, Heroina, or Opiana, or marijuana? Because I have to say it that way, or YouTube does not like me. It doesn't want me to be monetized otherwise. Okay. So what would it be? If it's not Coca-Cola, it's not opium, and it's not marijuana. Oh, that would have to be like crack kills or something like that, right? And she has another charge of something in 1998, but it doesn't really say. So, to be honest with you, I mean, pills. Yeah, it could be pills. Yes, maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's methamphetamine. Okay, so rewinding. All right, so Granny, she could have changed. People change. Recovery's possible. However, she had a kid or kids at this time, and how you grow up can be how you become as an adult, right? So, could this be why her daughter is the way she is, right? I am too, Nikki. I mean, how did she? I mean, I didn't even know you could get like custody if you have like felonies, like adopt wise. You know what I mean? But I don't know. You're probably right, Ruby. You're probably right. Her house is very clean. Oh, the lawnmower's broke. Okay, let me go cut it with scissors. But Mom, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and it's raining. Don't worry, kid. Got it. Whew. Okay. All right. So that's Billie Jean, Billie Joe. Now we are going to look into um, so let's look at this timeline real quick. While I accidentally pulled it up, I'll just go ahead and show you. Wednesday, October 5th, 5:30 a.m. Canceled the babysitter for the day. Wednesday, October 5th, 6 a.m., 30 minutes later, last seen in Pack and Play by moms and boyfriends. Now, this is according to Quinton's mother. October 5th, we don't know what time, reportedly realized Quinton was missing, originally said 6 a.m. So about 9 or so o'clock, something around there. And then at 9:42, the police is dispatched. Now let me tell you something. Either one of these is true. One can only be true. You can only Oh, thank you so much. You are so sweet, Brandy. Thank you. I always watch your always silent watch a lot of creators, but I am glad I found you through Molly. Oh, thank you, Brandy. You are so sweet, my love. I appreciate it. Thank you. That really, really means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you so much, really. And don't be silent. Come up and talk to me sometimes. Now, this is the thing. Either you knew your kid was missing at around 5:30, 6 o'clock, because you canceled the babysitter. You canceled the babysitter. Or you just canceled the babysitter and you didn't even tend to your kid until about 9 or 9:30. Didn't even notice your kid was missing. So one of them is true or not. So one second, guys. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. So which one is it? Which one is it? Did you, in my opinion, it is that she definitely knew where or what happened to Quinton by 5:30 a.m. I noticed a child was missing at 5:30 a.m. would be no need to lie about it. You tell law enforcement that was the last sighting. Yes. Yes, peas in a pod. You are absolutely right. Um, Now, to me, she knew way before 5:30 a.m. something happened probably the night before, like not really the night before, like 11, 12, somewhere, sometimes through the evening or night. Check my text. Okay, hold on. Hell's bells. 1 second, guys. Okay. I see you. Do we have any update on what we called in earlier? Okay, I've got something here. What is this? Please show our interview with the babysitter emailed you a screen recording. Okay. When did you send that ICU so I can find that? So I want to show guys, we talked to this previous babysitter. I think there was one other channel that alleged it, or they said it was a rumor. We contacted the babysitter directly. I will show you the screen recording from her phone to ours. All right. Screen recording from the babysitter. Okay, perfect. I got chills, they're multiplying. All right. All right. Okay. Let me find this. One second. 510?
Justin.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Hey, you hung up on me earlier.
Oh, I'm not taking calls at the moment.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I see you're doing, like, something, different.
Yeah.
But,
Hey.
The best thing for a creator is to be spontaneous, being able to wing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to, bring up, because it's hard to, tag you on, when you're doing a certain crime or, someone that, someone's missing or have it be a serial killer, right?
Right.
I've been trying to get a hold of you when you're doing the serial killer one, the Stockton guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
And, right? And I just wanted to, after, pondering it and looking at it and, after you brought it up, I was like, man, I got to pay attention to it, which is a credit to you.
Thank you.
I think that he could possibly be black, for one, and it's not racist. It's just the way I see it is that the first killing was in Oakland, and then it spread out to Stockton, and I think that the first killing was a red flag on his location and what he's comfortable with and where he probably didn't expect to do what he did, but I think that he exposed within a mile radius. I think he was it happened to be 4 o'clock in the morning, so I feel like he was within a really close distance to family.
Yes.
You get me?
Yes.
So
Hey, I can't talk about this right now. I'm live on this one thing. I've got to stay with this baby right now. But
right, can I
just
take 30 seconds? 30 more seconds?
just call me back and I'm going to open up the phone in just a little bit. I promise. You can call me back. Love. Bye. All right. Sorry about that. No, it's not Jim Terry. I know Jim Terry's voice. Okay. So this is the screen recording. I want to stay focused on this. I always love hearing from him, but I do need to focus on this right now. So we had talked to her and said, crap. We covered true crime and missing kids. I read that on Facebook that you used to babysit Zane. Did you ever keep Quinton? And the babysitter says, no, I have not. I have not let Quinton. I don't know what that means. I cut all ties with Leanie when her oldest Zane was almost 2 because of neglect and drug use, coming straight from the babysitter. Okay. Now we're going to continue. We ask, how old is Zane now? Does the mom do heavy drugs? The ex babysitter replies, she was on meth off and on for a while, and I know she is on Coca-Cola. I believe Quinton has had Coca-Cola in his system, and that's why grandmother has custody, and I also believe her daughter had Coca-Cola in her system at birth and is only 3 months old. I believe Zane is almost 3. So, how about that? Bombshell. Listen, if you are, okay, I gotta calm down. If you are pregnant and you are not receiving treatment for addiction to come off, so your child will not be born chemically dependent, screwing up the chemicals in his brain that is trying to develop, you should be attempted murder charge, in my opinion. Listen, I was a drug addict. I have been clean 10 years. 10 years last month. So I get the whole drug thing. But let me tell you what I did do before I had kids. I got my ass clean. And I stayed clean for 2 years before I had kids. Because there was no way in hell I was going to do that. Got to grow up. She had drug issues with drugs since high school, which, to be honest with you, since high school, well, her mom wasn't that great of an influence, as you can tell. These things, most of the time, guys, are generational. You only know what you've been taught, what you've been around, what you've been conditioned to. She has had issues with drugs since high school. I don't understand why police aren't speaking on this. Her oldest had weed in his system when he was born. DFCS, which is just another thing as CPS, just was involved, but she kept custody for a while until her mother got him. And I believe my mom got custody of Quinton when he was 5 months old because of the drugs because of the drug use. She still has custody of her daughter as of now. But I don't think it would have been long before Grandma got her too. She has not been interrogated enough. They need to be drug tested, and so do her kids. Her mom left them with Leanne in 4 weeks, which, in my opinion, should have never happened when she knew about the drug use and abuse. So this is my thing, Billy Joe. I want to know. Why did you leave your grandchildren with someone, mother or not? Why did you leave them in someone's care for weeks when you knew that they weren't capable of taking care of themselves? So now you're out there saying, oh, I don't trust my daughter. I don't trust my daughter. I don't trust my daughter. Well, hell, that's already out the damn window. Your grandkid's missing. You trusted her then, didn't you? You certainly trusted her then for weeks. The most precious thing that any parent or grandparent should have is their kids or their grandkids, their family members. But you sure trusted her, knowing that, they're all hopped up on drugs. Maybe you are. I don't know. But let me tell you something. It would not surprise me if they saw you getting some charges out of this too. You failed them. You had custody. And you failed them. Thank you, Gone Girl. I appreciate your super sticker. Thank you so much for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. This bothers me, guys. This bothers me because I feel like it's almost like a Summer Wells 2.0. Absolutely. She needs charges. Don't say I'm taking custody. The moment you take custody or you take guardianship, listen, I do very temporary foster care. They stay at my house a night or two, emergency foster care. When children are at my house, I am responsible for them. I am responsible for them. When you have a child, you are responsible for them. That's called adulting. What is not adulting is staying out for, weeks at a time. Where the hell are you going weeks at a time? Really? Where are you going weeks at a time? What are you doing weeks at a time? Why are you not checking up on your kid? Your kid that is a minor, that is actually your grandkid. It's, you know what? Be happy. That is my entire point right there. That's my entire point. Poor baby was failed by so many. Listen, I was adopted by my grandmother. It is, if your parents abandon you or whatever, you wonder, so many kids have so many issues growing up. Why did you give up on me? Right? But you also have to learn that it's not about you as a individual. It's about these parents. They gave up on themselves, so they can't even begin to take care of anyone else. Thank you, Kathy. And the babysitter posted video on her Facebook watch. I see you. I don't. The link that I had to her Facebook last night. I see. Will you send me the link to her Facebook again? Because I'm not getting. Oh, we got a member. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. So, screwed up Billy Joe. It's bad for we put this is absolutely insane. Would you okay, this is where we were asking for an interview. She didn't want to do an interview. I would rather not. You can feel free to use my messages in my name covered. Comfortable with whatever being on YouTube as long. Okay, so I understand. So is Corey and dad of both Quinton and Zane Cody? And yes, I believe he is also Quinton's father. What kind of father is he? She replies, he hasn't been there as much as he should have been. And I know he has his own issues when it comes to mental stability. I do not believe he should be responsible for either of the boys, but that isn't really up to me. And we say, I thought he was in the Air Force. No, not that I know of. Not unless he enlisted after him and Leonie. How do you? Am I pronouncing it wrong? Split. But until Zane was 2, which is around the last time I spoke to Leonie, he was not. He wasn't really much of anything and never helped with Zane. These poor kids, absolutely heartbreaking. Were they physically abused? Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Mods, please put trigger warning. 50 Shades of Blue. Thank you. Love your passion, Justin. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Listen. If family gives up on you, we can't give up on them. And I say that with tears in my eyes. Zane, I know was okay. So we asked, this is heartbreaking, were they physically abused? The previous babysitter, Zane, I know was. When I babysat him, he was always covered in bruises and scratches, never had a clean diaper, and was always in dirty clothes that were way too small. She had a few times put cough syrup and melatonin in his bottles at night so he wouldn't wake up at all during the night, and she would brag about it. She would blow weed smoke in his face also. DFCS never really did much when it was reported because there weren't pictures or video to back it up. So, this is not the first person that has said she put cough syrup, melatonin in the bottles. So disturbing, guys, because we probably know this isn't going to turn out good. Oh my God, I wonder if she overdosed Quinton. Pardon me. And he just didn't wake up. DCFS has failed so many kids. The cases we have covered. Have you met her current boyfriend? I have not. I have heard nothing good about him either. Well, when you come on this channel, what do I always say when these kids go missing? It always boils down to drugs, sex, or step fathers / step parents. 99% of the time it's the father. Stepfathers. Those are the three things that makes these kids disappear. These are the things that keep breaking the family system down. Thank you, my love. Appreciate your super sticker. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. So, you got drugs. You don't have money. You don't have money. Comes really hard times. Poverty, depression, that kind of things. You get so many men coming out of these women's lives. They don't know any security, these kids. They don't know any boundary. They don't have any stability. Just like Serenity McKinney, the angry stepfather. Just like Lori Vallow, the angry stepfather. Right? Just like all of these cases. Quinton, the stepfather. It's so many times. Drugs, sex, and stepfathers / stepparents. What about Leanne's mom? I do not understand why she left the boys with her daughter. Now she says, I believe because the babysitter got them from 6 to 6 every day. So I guess she thought Leanne could handle putting them to bed. No, you have custody of them. If you can't take care of your kids 12 hours out of 24, you don't need kids. So this is my thing. Bobby Joe, Billy Bob, I forgot her name. I'm so fired up right now. From 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., they're with the babysitter, right? From 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., which is, 70% of that, 60% of that sleeping hours. Where were you parenting here, Grandma? Where was the parenting? I don't give too much parenting left. Listen, our kids go to school, right? They're at school 6, 7, 8 hours a day, right? They come home, we do homework, we eat dinner, have a, family time, watch a movie or whatever. We go to bed, we start all over, they're at school or at the babysitter for the majority of their day. And you can't even be there for them at night? Why did you have custody? Thank you, Crimea River. Thank you. I believe because the babysitter got there from 6 a.m. I just put 6 a.m. 6 to 6. I guess she means a.m. to p.m. Obviously. Every day. So I guess she thought Leonie could handle them, putting them to bed. I assure she is feeling terrible about leaving them there. Leaving them there and should have never done that. I haven't spoke to Billy Joe myself, but from what I understand, she is a complete wreck. I'm sure there's a lot of guilt. There would have to be. There would have to be guilt, right? But let me tell you what my father-in-law used to say. God rest his soul. He would say, Justin, sometimes it'll be too late to say, uh-oh. It's too late to say, uh-oh. In those moments, think about the consequences. Because if you don't think about the consequences and you just go ahead and do it, and when something happens, you can't say, uh-oh. It's too late. I have a lot of sympathy that her grandchild is missing. I sympathize with that. How could anyone not? But I don't sympathize that if this is true, the way things have been portrayed as she wasn't there for weeks at a time. Didn't, it seems like she was never home. Right? So, all right, where were you? And why did you have custody of someone you wasn't really taking care of most of the time? That is exactly. Grandma legally accepted responsibility. She wasn't being responsible. Just the same as when you're a parent, you legally are responsible for your children. Now, whether you are responsible in other ways, right? Taking them to the dentist, taking them to the doctor, making sure they are fed, nice clothes, that kind of thing. That's a different thing. Can someone tell me if the mother had unsupervised visitation? I missed the very beginning. I can't remember, to be honest with you. Really can't remember. But whether she did or she didn't, it happened anyways. Well, Cynthia, the thing is, you would have to have someone call in that you would have to have someone call CPS, and then the CPS would have to they would have to show, the kid would have to show some signs of being drugged or something like that, and then they would have to be checked that if NyQuil was actually in their system, and then charges would be filed. So it's a multi process, and I mean, I don't know how long NyQuil actually stays in your system. Not very long. Did she sell Quinton? Nothing would surprise me with these buffoons anymore, but I don't think so personally. I agree, Stormy. I agree. The babysitter did report it, right? Yes. Yes, we made sure that this was talked about. Where is the mom and what is she saying? Good question. Don't think she's saying a lot. Sorry, but their system is backwards anyways. They take ones for our dumb reasons, and many times, gymnast girl, you're absolutely right. One of my one of my friends and someone that I work here in true crime with works in CPS, and it's very frustrating how some workers do things. We was just talking about it, I think, day before yesterday. It's very frustrating. And there's a lot of great CPS workers. But sometimes even great CPS workers, not sometimes, every day, they are tied and bound by some laws, in my opinion, that need to be updated or tweaked. Where are the grandparents? Not to me directly, but has made threats to overdose Zane if he didn't go to sleep. We asked, did Leonie ever talk about wanting to harm the kids? Not to me directly, but has made threats to overdose Zane if he didn't go to sleep. So this is what it was. They didn't want kids. I'm going to try to take calls in a little bit because hopefully my phone, not my phone, but my microphone through the system will work. I'm not in my studio right now, so we'll give it a whirl. So this is what a lot of parents do. You know, they want to go out and do drugs and live, be with, lots of partying and all of that. So what they do is they give their kids cough syrup. What case does that remind you of? What case does that remind you of? Can anybody remember? Okay. Thank you for sending me that, CLM. Thank you for emailing that to me. I'm going to play that in just a moment. Breaking just a couple hours ago. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing. Okay, we're going to finish this up. I think that might be it. Let me see. Who is Quinton's dad? His name is Bubba. That's all I've ever heard him be called. Is he incarcerated? No, he is supposedly looking for Quinton. He also has a Coca-Cola problem. I believe he is the one that introduced Coca-Cola to Leonie. Has Leonie ever been charged with drugs? I believe so. I know she is on probation, but can't remember exactly what for. Would you be comfortable with a recorded phone call? No, ma'am. No problem. What do you think happened? So we asked her, what do you think happened? I believe there was foul play. I don't want to go into detail with my own assumptions, but I know what Leonie is capable of, and I know she will eventually crack or slip up or accident. She knows where that baby is and what happened to him, or he would have been found by now. Thank God the kids have been removed. I know law enforcement is searching the landfill because the garbage truck ran that day. I heard that also. I hope they searched by the camper she used to live in on Buckhalter. and her mother's old house on Buckhalter. She also frequents Foss Mobile Home Park on Quacko Road and goes to the creek in the back often. I have to run to town. Okay. Let's see here. And that's it. So we thank you so much, Kitty May. Thank you, my love. I'm sorry I haven't been around. I'm leaving on a trip to Connecticut and New York City. 2 more. I've been so busy with life. Love you, just. Oh, thank you, my kitty. Love you. Kitty is so beautiful. She looks and she even sounds like Marilyn Monroe. I swear I love her. Such a sweet dog. Such a sweet dog. All right. So, It's Okay, Always Survive. She's done so many interviews. So, all right, now this happened 3 hours ago from what I've been told. Haven't seen it. I'm going to step away as this is playing for 2 seconds so I can go take a bathroom break.
Science Institute has created medical documents. Our shows to learn more.
Meanwhile, we are learning more about how this morning played out with this family and the babysitter who was originally supposed to be at this home this morning. News 3 Brian Gallagher also here with me at this scene tonight with those details.
Thank you, Brett. Earlier tonight, I talked with the toddler's babysitter. She is sharing her concerns tonight. It's an interview you will only see on WSAV News 3.
I am been keeping Quinton and Zane for 6 months. I kept them yesterday, and they went home last night.
Diana McCarta says she babysits little Quinton and his siblings and was supposed to watch them this morning. She says she was confused as to why plans would change so suddenly.
I got a text this morning saying that they would not be here. I would not be babysitting them at 5:29, which was kind of odd because I have them even when she doesn't work.
30 minutes later, 6 a.m. was the last reported sighting of Quinton, according to police. Diana says other family members asked her where Quinton might be.
And then I get a text at 9 o'clock saying, have I seen Quinton? I immediately go to their house. I try to help them look. They didn't want that. So I've just been waiting around like everybody else.
Diana and other neighbors are shocked by the news and wonder what could have happened to little Quinton.
My heart is broken. I'm not his mother, I'm not his family, but I love him very much. And I just don't know what could happen. The police did a really good job of looking, and where does a 1-year-old go? They've covered a lot of ground.
Again, we will continue to update you with the latest developments online and tomorrow on WSAV News 3 Today. In Chatham County, Brian Gallagher, WSAV News 3, on your side.
Brian, Brett, thank you for your report tonight, team coverage. Now, if you want to stay updated on the latest development.
Okay, it says that came out at 4:12 today. So she kept them the day before, and they went home last night, she says. And she gets the text the next day. 30 minutes later, 6 a.m., was the last reported sighting of Quinton, according to the police. And then I get a text at 9 a.m. saying, have I seen Quinton? I immediately go to their house. I try to help them look. They didn't want that. Tell me. If your kid goes missing, your grandkid, your niece, your nephew, your 20-month-old niece, nephew, kid, stranger, your neighbor's kid, Tell me one person that's not going to want help. Why would they not want help? Exactly, Brenda. Why would they ask if they've seen her, if they canceled? Why? Everyone better be looking. Exactly, Mandy. They don't want to make flyers, nothing. Why do you not want to make flyers? Why? And the thing I don't understand is the police are still saying that they're not sure if there's any foul play. They don't think there's any foul play. Really? That's ludicrous. Absolutely insane. Let me make sure this is not that. 2 seconds. Oh, I'm going to send this to myself so I can show you guys. Crap. Maybe, if I can get it. Okay. Let me send this to myself. Yes, any normal human being would be begging for help, pleading. Oh, yeah, they're all fighting. Every single, I mean, they're all out. They're all fighting. Hey, Crimes, Lies, and Lies. Good to see you, my love. Why? Well, I think they're probably throwing each one of them under the freaking bus right now, if you ask me. But here we go. I have some people that want to come to town and help. We are in Florida. Prayers for sure. I have tried to help. I was going to put flyers out and I was told I was overstepping. I pray to God Quinton is found safe. That would be awesome. But from what I read, the FBI said no public help. I'm not sure. So many things I have seen. So nobody, there's like absolutely no help going on here, showing my emails. Great. So they're not wanting help. They're not putting any flyers out, anything. Now this is Billy Joe. Let me see if her interview is still up. I'm begging, if anyone knows anything, please help the FBI and our family. Quinton Simon, my monkey do. Listen to that. The sweetest sound ever. Not today, Satan. No Dre today. I mean, it's just.
Get it. Get it, Robert. Get it, Robert. Get it. Get it. Get it.
I feel like when things were good, they were good there, but when they were bad, they were really bad. That's the feeling I get.
They're so shy. Did you?
Just my feeling. Okay, now let me go back to this drive and see what else we got. Okay. I see you. Am I missing anything on this? Someone's report I needed to talk about. I can't remember who it was. Hold on. Let me see if this is it. Civil action number. When was this? Children. I'll show this. So here is where the issued Georgia Department of Human Services for Quinton Simon and Zane Wharton versus Leanne Simon. Civil action number. Petition for child support. Now comes plaintiff OZ section 191123 and shows the following: defendant is subject to or has submitted the adjudication of the court. Defendant is the parent of the following named minor children. Quinton, date of birth 2021, 2019. Defendant is obligated to provide for the support of said minor children as his or her ability permits and pursuant of OCG 191126, which should provide accident and sickness coverage for the children. In court finds that such coverage is available at a reasonable cost. The case is subject to mandatory income deduction provision of the OCGA 19630. Okay. You think so? I mean, I think I don't feel like it's the babysitter personally, but that's just me. Okay, I don't want shot. Sorry. Okay. When you So mommy loves you and miss you and sees you. Bear with me. All right. What does this text say? Here is some come on, show me. So it says, the very top one, all she cared about before she got pregnant with Zane was drugs, and sadly never changed. And you speak from experience. This Lisa woman says, I speak from knowing her, Emily says. Emily, and I'm speaking from knowing my son and having her living here in my house for several months. Thank you. Do not speak on issues you know nothing of. And Emily says, I know the issues. Tell us what happened to Quinton, because I'm sure you know. Emily says, Lisa, don't want people knowing the truth. Lisa responds, Emily, oh, I want the truth no matter what. However, your opinion is not fact, correct? So don't speak on your opinion. What you have facts, show me the facts. Emily responds, when you can prove your son wasn't the one who did it, let us know. Till then, you need to go on somewhere else because you aren't helping his case. And Holly says, no, she absolutely does not need to stop. The important thing here is the poor innocent child, not your son or Leanne. So seems like they're taking up more for her son, right? And Leanne. Just saying. Now, I see you. Can you text me? What am I missing? No, I'm missing some. Maybe you have text me. Let me check. Here, just show me that. Okay. So, guys. Now, to play devil's advocate, right? Let's play devil's advocate for a minute. Because, to be honest with you, hold on one second. Sorry, guys, 1 second. So let's play devil's advocate. So the police are saying that, as you know, even as of late today, that it's possible that this could be someone else other than, like a family member, someone outside of the family. This could be random or whatever. Now, I'm not going to point anybody out in this, but if you want to talk about SEX offenders, right? SOs, we will refer to them as SOs from now on. I have never, ever, ever seen so many SOs from one area in my entire life. I thought Hawkins County had a lot of SOs. Not until I saw this case. There is more SOs in a 2 to 3 mile radius than I could have ever have thought. Trigger warning: if this stuff affects you, please come back at a later time when you are able to. And bam. Every one of those. Look at that, guys. Now think of this. Think of this. Ah! Drives me nuts. Think of this. Every single one of those red areas, one child has been, well, not necessarily a child, but, some type of, I guess a child, yeah. Mainly children, I would say, have been taken advantage of. ICU, I and our group, we were looking at this earlier, and we got sick. So this circle, it's hard to see because it's covered with arrow, little, right? This is a 3 mile radius. Okay? This is how many, offenders live by Quinton's home area. Yes. 153 from jurisdiction 1. 153 just in this little circle. Little circle. Check my text. Oh, that's an interesting point, Tony. That is a very interesting point. Three miles. 3, not 30 or 300. That is correct. So, and let me tell you something. This makes Don Wells, or not Don Wells, the area the Don Wells is in. I thought there was so many SOs in that area. This puts that, as far as offenders in a 3 mile radius, blows it out of the water. So, that's another thing to consider. There are many violent ones in the area. Some are so unspeakable. It's hard to even imagine a human being is capable of being that evil. So, that's that. Let us see. Let me make sure I don't got anything. Oh, hold on one second. Check something else. All right, Google. Put my Google Drive. I gotta get back in it. Oh, I see you. Who was it else that record I needed to go over? I can't remember. Okay. Okay, gotcha. I can't remember who Nathaniel is. Who is Nathaniel? Is that the uncle? I see you. Is that the uncle? Is that right? Remind me. Getting a. Is it the? That is real name. Okay. I don't think I can show this, but I'll read it. I see you. I never understood why anyone would do anything to a child. I just can't understand. Yes, I agree. Maybe send them to an isolated. Yeah, oh, shit. I agree. Been there with her husbands many times. Does I see you in here? Let me call her because I really want to go over this one. It's very important. It's very, very important. Okay, that's the uncle, right? I just want to make sure I don't want to say something off. Okay. So the uncle. Let me tell you about him, guys. This is what we're dealing with. It's very important, this one is. So his name is Nathaniel. And he was charged with malice murder, voluntary manslaughter, felony murder, possession of firearm during commission of a felony, armed robbery, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony. Okay. Aggravated assault. He has I'm looking at all of his hearings and stuff, and it's like pages after pages after pages. That's exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. These people, this family is not stable. And I'm sorry, I see you. I've fuck, I don't even remember who. Let me go back here so I can hopefully find it. Nathaniel. I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I get my facts correct. All right, I see you. Who did Nathaniel murder? Do you remember? Does she remember? Send them all into space, exactly. So murders, hookers, and addicts, these poor kids. Exactly, TCE. Exactly. Even the grandma. Grandma is going to go mental over all this coming out. Well, like I told my family when I was 13 years old, the closet's too small and it's too dark to decorate. Thank you, Karen. Good to see you, honey. Bottom line, the children need to be found. Someone probably knows something. No way a 2-year-old could have gone that far. Exactly. Did anyone information, sanitation, and check? CD, I really believe in my heart of hearts that is exactly where Quinton is. Potentially, if the parents did it. Only if the parents did it. That baby did not walk off himself. That's exactly right. Hey, Connie. Good to see you. I agree, Sumari. Is Nathaniel out of jail? Nay. No. Nope, he will not be getting out of jail. But it just goes to kind of show you what this family has, pardon me, been through, dealt with. All that. But I wanted to remember. Let me look it up myself. I think I see you must be busy. I'll look at it 1 second. Quiet. What? I'll talk to you in a minute. Nathaniel Quinton. Now, Nathaniel, he is yes, baby. Okay, 1 second. She's looking up stuff. Okay, I've got 32 things going on right now. Nathaniel Quinton. His middle name is Quinton, and that is who Quinton was named after. Oh, thank you, Mitch. Thank you. I can't remember. I'm trying to look it up on my phone as. It starts with a B, I think. Yeah, there we go. B. Damn. ETTERTON. Yes, baby. Hold on one second. All right. He was charged, I think, September 15th, 20, for armed robbery. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. A Pooler man today pleaded guilty in the armed robbery and voluntary manslaughter in the 2011 slaying in return for a 45-year prison term, 22 of which he must serve. And Nathaniel was only 19 when this happened. 19. Served 20 years without parole in an armed robbery conviction. Chatham County Superior Court Chief Judge Michael Carr ordered a part of a plea agreement. Nathaniel admitted robbing Timothy Moore on September 12, 2011 in a wooded area in Pooler. Moore attempted to tackle Nathaniel and he defended as the defendant shot him several times, killing him. As part of the negotiated plea, Assistant District Attorney Israel Pauly reduced the manslaughter of voluntary manslaughter. The prosecutor sentenced Nathaniel to 20 years of probation to run in addition to the prison terms. Wow. So, yeah, little Quinton's case is finally getting out there. Thank God. All right, guys. So I'm going to jump off of here. There are so many players here. I will be back in the morning, probably around 10 or 11 in the morning. Hopefully we're going to hear something tonight. If any news breaks tonight, if the police return our call and says, we can talk about what we told them earlier, and they looked into it and they went straight and checked it. If they say we can talk about that, then I will be so glad to tell you guys. There's so much information. I have so much information, guys. I'm just done, to be honest. My head is fried after all of that. I love you all. I appreciate you. You could have chosen to be anywhere in the entire world right now, and you chose to spend it with me so we could help find justice for Quinton. And I believe God will bless you for it. Thank you all. I appreciate you. God bless each and every one of you. Good night.